Aloha, you're watching F5 On Demand. I'm Technical Marketing Manager Peter Silva. We're here in Orlando, Florida for the Microsoft Exchange Conference 2012 at the Gaylord Palms Resort and Convention Center. And I have Greg Coward with us. He's one of our business development solution engineers for our Microsoft Alliance. Thanks for joining us, Greg.
Thank you.
And we were just having a conversation here. You were telling me that we were having a lot of conversations this week about Microsoft's announcement of the end of life for their TMG solution.
You bet, lots of conversations. First day, I would say majority of conversations are all about TMG, hot topic.
And so I thought it would be interesting just to get a good idea on how F5 and the BIG-IP solutions could actually replace TMG or help those customers who are looking for a security solution for their Microsoft infrastructure on the back end. And so we got a little whiteboard going here. And you want to walk us through this, Greg?
Sure, you bet. And this is actually, once again, the conversation we've been having with a lot of people this week. We talk about how we can replace TMG. What can we do with TMG going out of business or coming to end of life? So as you can see here in a typical deployment, we actually have our array of TMG servers servicing our internal mailboxes, our CAS servers, our client access servers. And all too often you'll see the TMGs being load balanced. Right. And of course a lot of times they're load balanced by F5. So already in place we have a pair of F5s. We're load balancing the ingress to the DMG servers.
Right, so users come in here, hit the LTM and...
Hitting the LTM, coming into the TMG, and then we're load balancing the other side.
Okay.
And then we're pushing the traffic to the CAS servers. So now the question is, what can we do with regards to TMG? Now TMG being the reverse proxy pre-authentication piece that Microsoft's had for several years. Mm-hmm. Now of course with LTM and now Access Policy Manager, we can basically not only replace the TMG functionality, but now we can remove a whole level of complexity. So here's your typical TMG environment, big IPs on both sides of that doing the load balancing and traffic optimization. So now what we're going to do is wipe this out.
That's a lot of infrastructure gone.
Add in Access Policy Manager, APM. Now as traffic comes through, hits here, we're still doing our load balancing, traffic optimization of the CAS servers. Now with APM, we can do all the pre-authentication. Not only the pre-authentication, but now with APM, we can do things like endpoint inspection, so we can check traffic. We can do things like intelligent steering of traffic, for example, Exchange 2007 users, Exchange 2010 users coexisting. We can handle that very efficiently and direct them to the right locations as opposed to having to do things like legacy exchange, namespaces, things like that. So with the Access Policy Manager, we're able to completely replace the TMG and provide actually a higher level of functionality, to be honest with you.
Now say a user is in session on this particular unit right here, and for whatever reason this unit decides to go to sleep. I don't want to deliver applications no more. So what happens then?
Well, this is our wheelhouse. This is what we do. So of course using persistence, which isn't really this topic here, but sure. Cookie persistence, we're going to guarantee that your clients are always coming in, hitting the right CAS server every time in that connection. In addition to that, when you're talking about health monitoring, so our intelligent health monitoring, we can actually do and verify that this CAS server is down. So if this CAS server is down, we're going to send all the traffic to here. So connectivity for clients, the end user experience is never affected.
And this guy won't even realize that he's been moved over, the session
never
stays
knows.
intact, and he just continues on his merry way.
You bet, and then when that CAS server comes back online, our health monitors pick that up, put them back into the pool, and everything's going.
Pretty neat stuff. Cool. And so even with the announcement, and I'm sure a lot of customers might be concerned about this, there's certainly an F5 alternative, an F5 solution really, to ensure that all of this stuff stays secure and highly available and optimized to the end user and all that stuff.
You bet. It's actually, once again, it's a very efficient way, and of course I'm rather jaded to say it, but I think it's actually a better way to do it, and it removes that layer of complexity. And I'll tell you right now, our customers out here are loving this.
Beautiful stuff. Well, thanks for joining us today. That's real interesting and really addresses the recent announcement and some of the concerns that those customers out there may be having.
Right.
And so, from Orlando, talking a little bit about the TMG end-of-life announcement and how F5 can help you with that. Thank you, Greg. I think I already shook your hand, but that's okay. So for Greg, and I got Janine behind the lens. Thanks for getting this, Janine. I'm Peter, and we're with F5 Networks. Thanks for watching.